What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over my top 5 characters that I think need to return for The Flash Season 9. So guys, we're actually going to start this list off with 3 honorable mentions. Now, the first honorable mention is actually going to be Matt Letcher's version of the Reverse Flash. Yes, we'd all like to see an origin story, but it's possible they could just do like a younger actor with the origin story. It might not even be Matt Letcher. And we did get to see him in Season 8, so he has been on the show pretty recently. But yeah, and in reality, I'd probably give him like a 20% chance of returning to play the Reverse Flash. Obviously, I think he should, but I think the odds aren't exactly in his favor, so that's why he's only an honorable mention. Another honorable mention is going to be Godspeed. Now, Godspeed, the only reason he's an honorable mention and not actually in the top 5 is because he did appear in Season 7. He was the main villain for the back half of Season 7, and he was actually, like, not amazing. I thought he was, like, a lot better than most people think he was, but he still wasn't, like, the best villain there was, where he should have been a really good one. So hopefully, if he does end up returning, hopefully if they do end up bringing that Zoom and Godspeed Destroy Central City headline to life, they can actually write him a little bit better and have him, have a little bit of a better storyline. So yeah, Godspeed as an honorable mention. I think he should definitely still return, though. Now, the third and final honorable mention is going to be Sarah Lance. Now, I would have Ray Palmer here as another honorable mention, but he did appear in Season 8 quite a bit, so I think Sarah Lance is another great option. Now, the reason she's not in the top 5 is because she wasn't really a part of the original Trinity, Oliver, Barry, and Kara. So I definitely think, she could still return because basically she was the main character of Legends. It'd be really cool to see her again as well. But yeah, I don't think she breaks the top 5. Definitely an honorable mention and another character that I think should still return. So now, starting off the top 5, I have Supergirl. Now, like I just said, Supergirl was part of the original Arrowverse Trinity, her, Barry, and Oliver. I think she absolutely has to make a return in the Flash Season 9. I think one of the perfect episodes or scenes in Season 9 would be the 3 of them, her, Barry, and Oliver, inside the Hall of Justice for one last time. I think that would be awesome. And I think, it'd be interesting to see, like, what's going on with her storyline after Supergirl ended. I believe she outed her identity at the end of Supergirl Season 6, so it'd be pretty interesting to see if they actually, if they have a return, if they mention anything of what's been going on with that. So yeah, I definitely think Supergirl has to make her return in the Flash Season 9. Now at number 4 is Bloodwork. Now, I haven't seen Bloodwork since Season 6, and that's really a shame because he's a terrific character. Now, luckily, we did get a recent teaser in those comics, if you guys have read those, that showed Bloodwork escaping, and it said, continued in the Flash Season 9. So let's hopefully they actually live up to that and actually have Bloodwork return, because I really want to see him. He was such a great villain, and he was actually, he was a villain while Eric Wallace was a showrunner, so I have no worries about, what Eric Wallace might do with him. I think that he could probably still make him a pretty good villain. I'd like to see him team up with Godspeed and Zoom. If they do that Godspeed and Zoom Destroy Central City arc, I think that would be awesome. So yeah, Bloodwork's return should be cool to see if they end up doing it, and I really hope they do. And speaking of all that, at number 3 is Zoom. Now, we actually haven't had any new scenes with Zoom since Season 5, and before that, it wasn't since Season 2, so I think Zoom really needs to make his return, and he literally is the second best main villain on The Flash, and he hasn't been seen since Season 5. I think they really need to have him return in Season 8. That would be, or Season 9, rather. I think that would be awesome, especially in, like I said, that Zoom and Godspeed Destroy Central City newspaper headline we saw in Season 8. Hopefully they can bring that to life in Season 9. I think that would be so cool. And hopefully they are, able to, show how threatening Zoom is once again. I don't know. It'd be really interesting to see what Zoom's timeline is post-crisis. I'm also very interested to see what Zoom's CGI would look like, because we haven't seen him since Season 5. So I wonder if he would look any different. That would be so interesting. So yeah, seeing Zoom in Season 9 would be amazing. Now at number 2 is Wally West, aka Kid Flash. Now, we actually do know that Wally has interacted with Team Flash, but we just haven't seen it, and that was when in episode 15, I believe, of Season 8, when Barry mentioned that Wally taught Barry how to get in touch with the forces, so we know that Wally has seen Team Flash since at least Season 7, so I think if he returned in Season 9, that would be absolutely awesome. I just really think that he needs to return. I mean, he's Kid Flash, right? He's one of the biggest characters in the Flash's comics, so I think he just really needed to be either a regular or like in every other episode type of character in the show. And I feel like it would have been a lot better because he's been kind of become like a little bit irrelevant now. So I really hope that Wally West returns in the Flash season 9. He would be so great to see. And of course, at number 1, Oliver Queen, aka Spectre, aka Green Arrow, whatever you want to call him. He's got to return somehow. He absolutely has to return, whether Barry time travels, whether Barry somehow, maybe Barry dies at the end and sees Oliver in the afterlife or something like that. That would be a great ending. I just think Oliver absolutely has to return. I think it would be so cool if he ended up returning. And like I said, they, at the end of Arrow season 8, they had tons of different characters like revived. They had him like Tommy, Moira, like just a ton of different characters. So I think if they somehow like just revived Oliver to say screw it, the Arrowverse is over, might as well just revive Oliver, I think that would be so cool. And I think he has to appear in one more scene with Barry just to end off the show. That would be awesome. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on who you guys think should return in the Flash Season 9. And I'll see you guys in the next video.